of College Football 26. This is going to be the most anticipated game of the season. We are in Kyle Field hosting the Georgia Bulldogs. What is going on? Hosting the Georgia Bulldogs. This is the number one team in the nation. They're coming off of a win against number one Alabama and a battle between number one and number two. Now it's a battle between number one and number three. SEC play is brutal. We're coming off of a huge win against New Mexico where we pulled the starters at halftime. The Bulldogs are coming off of an even bigger win against Alabama, the Crimson Tide, who were previously ranked number one. Georgia has been the best team on paper and on the field so far this season. And we faced off against them last year in what was an instant classic. We had our backs against the wall. It was lose and out of the playoffs. And we went down by 3 scores early on. But we clawed all the way back. It was a game of momentum. It was not a back and forth shootout because teams would score 2, maybe 3 straight touchdowns at a time. But the score somehow continued to even out. However, we missed a field goal to take it to overtime, and the Bulldogs were able to survive in our home turf. Now they're back, and my goodness, we are ready to rock and roll. We did black out this game last year. This year, I believe, what did we decide on for the blackout game? Arkansas. Yeah, we're going to do the blackout in 2 weeks. This is an 11:30 a.m. kickoff, and I'm quite sure that College Game Day is going to be here. Like, where else would they be? Yeah, this is the title card match of the week. We went over some of the other big matchups this week already. You do have some nice non-con games like Alabama, SMU, and Florida, NC State. Some in-conference matchups. You got to imagine Indiana is out of the playoffs if they lose this game to 5th-ranked USC. Pittsburgh's coming off of a loss. Maybe they slip up again against Mid-Tennessee. And then some other games down here. Duke at Wake Forest, a rivalry game, is intriguing. The Demon Deacons have had a mixed bag this season, whereas Duke has been rolling with only 1 regular season loss this entire series. That's better than anybody else in all of college football. Either way, we're ready to go here in Kyle Field against the Bulldogs. Texas A&M against Georgia. We are ranked 3rd in the country. The highest we have ever been ranked is 2nd in the preseason polls of last season. With a win here, we will most certainly be ranked in the top 2, likely number 1 in the country. Here they come in a packed crowd. Like I said, College Game Day was here. This is the most anticipated game, or home game, in Texas A&M history. You can see the themed crowd. This is a huge game. Isaiah Williams with the return, and we begin what is likely to be a classic. Like I said, we are really fresh, having played a cupcake opponent last week. Georgia just ran through Alabama, possibly the only team that's better than them on paper. Here they come. Eli Holstein at the line. Snaps it. Rolling out. He'll throw for Isaiah Williams. It's caught. Williams, a spin move past the 35-yard line. Will take a timeout to care for the injured Williams. He gets back up but then falls down again. We'll see what the injury is. Give it to the running back, Amani Ogba, who is stopped after just 2. Williams with an ankle bruise. He'll come out of the game for the time being, but that was a great play before he went down with the injury. 2nd and 8 now. Holstein pulls it on the read option. Finds his way through the blocks and picks up the first down. It's a 10-yard scamper for Eli Holstein, moving the chains. It's a Fighting Aggie first down. Here's the lob pass going for Bussey, who can't make the grab. As fast and as athletic and versatile as he is, he just can't catch. Matched up there against All-American Cormani McClain, who's at his 4th school. Holstein gonna run. He's gonna get sacked. It's Zayden Walker with his 3rd sack of the season. Holstein going down for a loss of too many. It's 3rd and 25 now. Isaiah Williams back in the game, and that one's intercepted. Terrible read by Holstein to take the drag, and this game starts exactly how our last game did, with an Eli Holstein interception to the Bulldogs, resulting in a touchdown. That's exactly how this matchup last season began. And we certainly don't want to give up the momentum this early, because we know that's crucial in these big matchups. We send Russell in motion. Holstein to scramble, gets through the edge, and picks up 7 on the play. 2nd and 3 now for Eli Holstein. Down 7-0. The Bulldogs have an early lead here in Kyle Field. The give for Amani Agba, who breaks a tackle and picks up the first down. Physical run for the Bruiser halfback. Redshirt freshman moving the chains. Here we will roll out. The throw is going to be caught by Galloway. The 3rd string tight end making a nice play there. Dylan Galloway with a 31-yard gain. Good job by Holstein there with better ball placement than his last throw, which got picked off. Amani Agba's got plenty of room. He'll spin move, and he's down to the 2. Amani moving the chains. And we are just a few feet away from tying this football game. You can hear this themed crowd rocking. Holstein up the middle on the QB draw. Won't get anything. As you can see, this front 7 for Georgia is formidable. Here's the give. Amani Agba's stopped. 3rd and 3. Used 2 of our 4 chances to get in, and so far we've lost a yard. This one to Celeste Miles, who makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. The redshirt freshman tight end is in the end zone. And the Bulldogs get it, and they'll score. As good as these 2 defenses are, this game last year was one of our most high scoring. It's shaping up to do that yet again. Holstein, the scramble, and he is sacked. A loss of 12 on the play. Both Elijah Griffin, the nose tackle, and the edge rusher opposite him immediately shed their blocks. And Holstein having to run backwards again, feeling the pressure. This offensive line has looked a lot more disciplined this year for A&M. But today it has been shaky at best. Holstein rolling out, trying to find the open man. He does. It's Bussey who gets rocked. Well, Monty McLean and Terry Bussey has been a very fun 1v1 to watch. And the Bulldogs are going to immediately score again. We're down by multiple scores here, which is something we are very much used to when it comes to playing against these Bulldogs. Holstein, play action. He's immediately sacked. Nowhere to go, and it's Zayden Walker for the 2nd time. This Georgia pass rush is unstoppable. Too much for our offensive line as Amani Agba not going anywhere as well. Looks like their run D is disciplined as well. I'm going to block Keody Armstrong here. I think that's the only chance we have of getting somebody open here. Holstein scrambling on the run. He will make a throw. Bussey can't get it. We'll punt it away. Not ideal to be punting it back to the opponent, down by multiple scores. We do force a stop and get it back now. Looking to do something offensively. We haven't moved the ball forward, it feels like, in several drives. Amani Agba, though, is going to do just that. It's going to be 8 yards for the redshirt freshman, former 5-star recruit. Holstein, quick pass. It's Isaiah Williams down the sideline. 1st down. Isaiah Williams, he's made 2 great catches so far today. He was a non-factor, just a kick return specialist the first 2 seasons of this series. Here's Amani Agba, juke move. Amani's off to the races yet again. 15 yards for the youngster, as he's been great today on nearly 7 yards a carry. As we continue to run the ball down the field, very reminiscent of our team last year. Holstein on the quarterback keeper, won't get anything. Good blocking, but Zayden Walker is just such an X factor over there at his position. We're having the game plan against him so much. Here's the give. Ogba stutter-stepped and will lose a yard. He was surprised to be getting the football there on the RPO. And he just... Oh, God. Holstein on the run. Cordell Russell won't get it. That was a dot, but Russell just couldn't hang on. Now White, the lefty kick punter specialist, will come in. And his kick is up, and it is no good. White missed it from 46. I believe that's the same distance he missed from last year to lose the game against the Bulldogs. And we remain down 21-7 here with 2.5 minutes to play. Isaiah Williams has been busy today. He gets it again. Williams brings it to 3rd and inches. We'll run hurry up. Up tempo for the Aggies. Hit as he throws. Holstein incomplete. We're going to go here. I mean, we can't be going into the locker room down by this much. And Holstein falls forward for the first. We'll take it to the 2-minute mark in the half. Now Holstein gets it, pitches it out to Amani Ogba. Outspeeds down the sideline, breaking tackles. Amani Ogba doing his thing on the speed option. Now Holstein. The signal caller calling, hurry up, flipping the play. Got to snap it. Pulls it on the QB keeper, and that was the wrong decision. He's going backwards, losing a yard. It's Donovan Platt, the DB, on the tackle. That one is going to be swatted away from Amani Ogba. We will go again. Williams makes the grab. First down, Aggies. And we will continue to move down the field. Holstein to scramble. He will pick up the first down. They give it to him. Eli Holstein. Moving the chains here. Holstein snaps it, throws, it's going to be caught. Terry Bussey, we'll call it timeout. I thought about running hurry-up offense, but then thought better of it. Might as well just give the guys a second to recuperate, pick up, really get the... Holstein's going to have to throw it away here. .56 seconds left in the half. Here's Amani Ogba. First down. We'll run hurry up. Deep into Bulldog territory. We pitch it back. It's Amani again. Juke move. Hurry up offense yet again. Play action, Holstein. What? Okay, I've never seen that happen before. I was trying to highball it to the receiver, but it just didn't work. All right, 3rd and 18 as Holstein went down for a loss. Isaiah Williams, who's been so good today, drops it. It's a 58-yard field goal from here. And White misses again. He's missed twice today. Yeah, he just is off. Like, you can tell that kick from last year is haunting him right now, and he does not look like himself. Oh my goodness, Holstein has been off today as well. The Bulldogs really proven to be the better team right now. Here's Armstrong. First down. Coyote Armstrong with a nice move. And we're back to that hurry-up offense. We have to get back in this game, folks. Holstein pulls it on the read option, and he gets rocked. No gain. These guys have been all over Eli Holstein all day. That has not stopped here in the second half. Here's Russell, who's been quiet today. Drops it again. That's at least his second drop of the day. Russell. That's so many guys that have just been not in it today. I mean, Isaiah Williams and Amani Ogba are really stepping up. But yeah, we got nothing going right now. It's just another wasted drive here. Down by 3 scores. Mid-third quarter against Georgia. We've been here before. Oh my God, immediate block shedding for the D lineman. Holstein throws it away. He's been just dreadful today, by the way. Don't even get me started. Isaiah Williams in motion. They'll give it to Amani, who picks up 3 on the carry. And all of a sudden, it's 3rd and 7. Holstein scrambling out. Throwing incomplete. Hit as he throws. And we'll just have to punt it back to the Dogs. We do get it back, though. Amani Ogba's going nowhere. That one's caught by Bussey. Finally, some daylight and a first down, Aggies. Terry Bussey able to move the chains. Holstein snaps it. He'll roll out. That's caught by Isaiah Williams for 3. He's been one of our best players today. I mean, most of you probably didn't even know his name, but now he is a householder. Holstein to scramble. Yeah, can he escape? He cannot. He's brought down again. A loss of 4. This Georgia D-line is just beasted all day today. I mean, it has been pitiful to see. Holstein now loses the football. They'll call it an incompletion. But yeah, it's been a disaster class today for this Aggie offense that was humming a week ago for 42 points in the first half. Holstein now will scramble, pick up 9.5. Second and inches. Down by 21 are the Aggies. Amani Ogba powering forward, picks up the first down, and moves the chains. Play action, Holstein got to roll out. Oh my God. Oh, I thought that was going to be a crazy play. I believe he was looking for Celessi Miles there. Oh my God. Zayden Walker with his third, 3.5 sacks today. Good God. 3rd and 14. Here's the give. Amani Ogba. He finds daylight on 3rd down. He's injured, but gets it to 4th and 1. That's all we needed. Was just some sort of miracle, and we got it. Here's the give. DeAndre Ryden now will pick up the first. Ryden will be the primary back for now. Here's Holstein. He's going to pick up. He's actually going to lose one on the pass to Isaiah Williams. Oh my God, no way. That's batted at the line. Holstein is 14 of 30 today. That's pretty freaking pitiful. Here's Miles on the catch. Miles is going nowhere. It's a 2-yard gain, and we will go for it here on 4th and 9 in the mid-4th quarter, down by 3 scores. Oh, nearly intercepted. The Bulldogs take over on offense. And we will get it back, but, I mean, yeah, we got to go a long way. We have not done well at all offensively. Holstein on the move. It's picked off again. He had 1 pick on the season going into today. Now he's got 3. It's a pick 6 for Cormani McLean, who has been locking down Terry Bussey all day long. We're down by 28. Get shit on. Oh my goodness. The lights were too bright, and to be honest, we played these guys 1,000,000% better last season. I know we went down by just this much. Oh my goodness. Amani Ogba giving us hope again. He's deep in the red on his wear and tear. But oh my goodness, he has been cooking today. He has to go out of the game. Rafael Biggers enters. We'll give it to him. Biggers will get 1. And with less than 2 minutes to go, down by 4 scores, it's impossible to win. We're Aggie fans are just looking for something to cheer about. Is Eli Holstein going down again? How many sacks is it going to be for this Georgia defense? Holstein scrambling down the sideline, 4th and 1. We've missed 2 field goals today, so why go for 1 now? Here's the give. DeAndre Ryden is stopped. That's going to be the game. We lose 35-7. My God. The Bulldogs made a statement today. Not only are they the number 1 team in the nation, they deserve to be the number 1 team in the country as they go to Kyle Field and beat the number 3 team by 28. As the Bulldogs improved to 5-0, I believe they're the only undefeated team in the conference now. And the Aggies regress to 4-1. We lose out on 2 more recruits. Just kill me. And now we play 8th-ranked Florida. We are 9th. They're 8th. We're at home. This is a battle of teams with just 1 loss. The winner still remains firmly in the playoff race. The loser is likely on the cusp of getting eliminated. We're going to restructure our board quite a bit here. There's a lot of guys I want that we're falling out on, and a lot of guys we've lost out on that we need to replace, because this season recruiting has been somewhat of a disaster, to be honest. Like, we're not getting any of these guys to commit. All the 5 stars I added did not like us very much. Ben Maldonado is ready to hard sell. He's a guy I'm interested in. 5'11", 230. He's a lurker. I usually go after the thumper archetype. But, I mean, he's got a cool name, and I think he could easily be a big-time captain in the middle of our defense. Even if he's not the best right now, similar to a DeMonte Trapuka type player, like he's stepped up quite a bit for us this year in that Mike linebacker spot. We'll scout some of these other Mike linebackers. They look pretty good. We lose out on Zach Tiffin, the Gem 4-star. We'll just have to get our 2 5-stars to fill out the cornerback room. Chauncey Etienne is a guy who's ready to visit. We'll look at visits, actually, here next. Jamie Sosa, the kicker looks like he's going to commit soon. Eric KZ is going to come in for the blackout game. Chauncey Etienne is going to come in week 9. And then as is Joshua Carew. He'll come in, talk about how cool of a coach I am. And then, yeah, we'll also do Greg here. We'll add new prospects. Yeah, no offers. We'll look at Miles here. We'll look at Malik St. John. I want to scout Malik St. John here. He's a bust. 79 speed. Get off my board, sir. I legitimately do not want you. 79 speed. Jesus. All right, time to look at the scores and schedules, see what all happened in Week 6. If there was any chaos that ensued. Because there was a lot of non-con play. We see Florida slipped by NC State. We play them this week. Virginia Tech upsets Miami in a rivalry game. The Hokies are 5-1. Put them in the rankings. And oh God, as soon as we thought SMU was gone out of it at 2-3, they're in a new conference. It's going to be a down year. They upset Alabama. The Crimson Tide are now 4-2 and ranked 23rd, despite having the top 2 Heisman candidates a week ago. USC stays alive. Indiana's 2-3, out of the rankings, out of the playoffs likely. Northwestern with another win. They're back in the rankings, whereas Wisconsin they're pitiful at 1-4. UCLA continues to win. They're top 12 in the playoff picture right now, despite having the worst rated quarterback in all of college football at the helm for them. Missouri gets a win. That's a rare occurrence. Michigan improves to 5-1 on the season. They beat Minnesota 73-21 in the rivalry game. My God. Ole Miss knocks off Arkansas. The Razorbacks started out 3-0, but now they're 0-3 in conference. Ole Miss has looked really good this season. I believe they're the ones that beat Florida. Oregon has that weird loss to a bad Penn State team, but they go on the road to Illinois, beat them by 35. They're back in it. Washington's having a rough year in the wake of Demond Williams transferring, but they do get a win here. And then, oh my, Arkansas State, 51-3. Mercy for James Madison. And Iowa State loses to BYU in a battle of ranked teams. Iowa State, that's their first loss of the year, whereas the Cougars are now in the top 18. And then Texas and Oklahoma faced off in the Red River Showdown. Texas did get handed their first loss. Oklahoma is now 5-1 on the season. Temple wins. They remain undefeated. Ohio State beats Penn State. They're 3-3, having a very weird year. Notre Dame is undefeated at 6-0. Oklahoma State's 5-1. They're ranked. Auburn's 4-1. Texas Tech is 5-1. TCU is 6-0, yet nowhere to be found in the rankings. Cool. Tennessee squeaks by. They're another undefeated team. Rivalry matchup between Clemson and Florida State. Both these teams are bad now, but the Tigers do win. They get their second win of the year. They did start out 1-3, so now it's good to see that they finally put one in the win column. Though, to their credit, they have had a very tough schedule thus far. This week is packed. You got Cal traveling to Pittsburgh. You never know. The Golden Bears, I feel like, are always a sleeping giant. They play everyone close. Ohio State at Michigan State feels like a trap game. Dylan Raiola has been rolling, though. Michigan at Iowa also feels like a trap. Georgia comes back home after 2 crazy victories. They host Arkansas, the Razorbacks trying to avoid a 4-game skid to start conference play. Oklahoma at Mizzou in a rivalry game. That should be an easy win for the Sooners. Oh my God, Toledo plays another SEC team. Ole Miss traveling to Toledo this time. They lost to Kentucky but beat Auburn. Actually, Auburn's only loss right now is Toledo. The Rockets are 3-3. They're trying to knock off another ranked SEC opponent here. Just promote them to the SEC at this point. Like, my goodness. Auburn hosts Kentucky in the battle of teams that played Toledo this year. Memphis and UTSA is an interesting one in the group of 5. Iowa State at Utah also has trap game written all over it. The Cyclones are 5-1 right now. Colorado travels to play Texas Tech. That should be a classic. And then USC and Notre Dame in a classic rivalry. The reigning champion Trojans sitting at third in the country, 4-1. And then Notre Dame is sixth at undefeated 6-0. That's the title card matchup of the week, as College game day is there. Nebraska at Northwestern's a fun matchup. And then LSU at Tennessee, a battle of undefeated SEC schools ranked inside the top 13, very much in the playoff picture. You got to think the winner of that's going to be easily in the top 10. Oregon at Purdue, maybe we get a classic spoiler maker moment. Alabama at Mississippi State. I mean, the rails would be completely off if Alabama loses this football game. Miami's unranked for, I think, like the first time this series. They go to Wake Forest. The Demon Deacons have been a complete wild card this series. UCLA is still here. TCU is unbeaten, and they go to ranked BYU. Unranked, unbeaten TCU against ranked, one-beaten BYU. I mean, the Horned Frogs could really solidify themselves if they win this game. This is just an insane week. Oh, my God. You got 10th-ranked Texas against 7th-ranked South Carolina and 8th-ranked Florida against 9th-ranked us. Crazy week in the SEC. And then you also have Notre Dame and USC, which is crazy. But Texas at South Carolina is a heavyweight battle. The Gamecocks' only loss coming in against us. Texas only has one loss, and that's in SEC play. And then you got the Gators against the Aggies. The Gators are undefeated in conference. Their only loss is to second-ranked Duke, the undefeated Blue Devils. But we'll hop right in here as we face off against Florida. As it's Texas A&M versus Florida, the Aggies and the Gators. This marks the halfway point through the regular season after this week. The winner of this game is still in the top 10, is still in the playoff picture. The loser of this game is out of the top 10 and likely on the cusp of getting eliminated from the playoffs. In Florida's case, with the loss, they're still in the picture to win the conference championship. In our case, it's probably a little bit different, as the Gators are undefeated in conference play. They do have a freshman, Brian Davey, the 4-star leading the charge so far. He's been good, but not anything like DJ Lagway this season. Our impact player is going to be Amani Ogba at running back. He put up 116 rushing yards in limited carries last week against Georgia. In hindsight, we should have pounded it with Amani Ogba. The only problem was that we were losing by so much, so quick, that it was hard for us to just slow down and run the football. Here's Ogba picking up a first down, as we have several 5-star recruits, including the #1 recruit in the country, Forrest Bragg, visiting right now. Coyote Armstrong gets this one. He'll pick up the first. As you can tell, we're a much better defense than this Gator defense. It also has regressed from the past 2 seasons. This one is thrown for Cordell Russell, the transfer from Miami, Ohio. It will fall incomplete. Here's the draw for Amani Ogba. He'll pick up the first down. That's a 13-yard gain. Yeah, like I said, 17 carries and 118 yards last week for the youngster. Here's Holstein to scramble. Nowhere to go. He's going to try and get the edge. He'll pick up 6, tackled by Najee Williams, the sophomore D tackle who tracked him down. Holstein motioning Isaiah Williams, who had a career game last week. He'll pick up the first down and more. Isaiah Williams dragging defenders with him. He's shaping up to be our wide receiver 1 next season, with how well he's been playing them in recent weeks. Holstein on the run gets hit, intended for Coyote Armstrong, but that was Demani Watson, the Will linebacker, who got in. Here's the quarterback wrap. It will lose 4, as they were all over it. Nowhere to go that time for Holstein. Now he somehow escapes. He'll lob it up, and it's incomplete, intended for Terry Bussey. We'll try and kick a 39-yard field goal now. It is good, but the Gators will score. So right now, Florida in control, 7-3. Oregon gives up 41 to the Spoilermakers, but they do win because they drop 59. Alabama also avoids the upset from the Bulldogs in interesting fashion. Holstein, whoa, trying to get it to Cordell Russell, weird pass, ends up falling incomplete. Here's the screen for Amani Ogba, catches it in stride, picks up the first down and more. Bang! Gets rocked, but not before he moves the chains. Texas and South Carolina underway in the best week of SEC play so far this week, or this season, that is. Amani Ogba goes backwards. We'll do it again on 2nd and 11. Holstein on the keeper gets dropped for a loss of 4. That's the second time today that the Gators have been all over the quarterback keeper. They've watched the film on Eli Holstein. They know he's a dual threat guy. On the run, Celeste Miles breaks a tackle. Turns it upfield out to the 41. We'll have a decision to make. I think it's a pretty obvious decision. We're going to punt this football back to the Gators. I know we're down by 4, but they've still got an inexperienced QB, and I trust our defense quite a bit. We get it back with little to no damage done. Bad field position. I like Cordell Russell going deep here. Here's a lob up for Russell. Could it be a bomb? Incomplete. It's out of reach for the transfer from Miami, Ohio. And now we'll give it to Amani Ogba. Plenty of room for Amani, but he loses the football. It's picked up by the Gators. Amani Ogba coughs it up, and it's Aaron Gates who falls on it for Florida. They will go up by multiple scores now. A disaster after picking up the first down for Amani Ogba. He's back on the field right now. But we certainly were not happy to see that. Celeste Miles will get the check down here, tackled by Combs, who was the one that recovered the touchdown. Right now, the freshman is heavily outplaying Eli Holstein, who is on the run here, throwing it. Amani Ogba makes the... No, he doesn't. He drops it. He's selling so hard for us right now. Just nothing's going his way. That one's going to be caught over the middle. It's Terry Bussey. We're going to move the chains and just hurry things up. Down by multiple scores. We've played a gauntlet against a top 10 South Carolina team, or a top 5 South Carolina team, a top 5 Georgia team. We split that. I'm fully expecting us, I want us to go 2-1 in this stretch against top 10 opponents, or 2-2, sorry. We have Alabama on the docket as well. They're not in the top 10, but they're Alabama. We know they're a top 10 level team. They just lost a stupid game to SMU. First down, Keoti Armstrong. Still, Brian Davey really wowing me today. I mean, like, big stadium, big crowd. This is the craziest environment he's ever played in by far. He is handling quite well. Here's Holstein breaking a tackle. He stays up. The star QB picks up the first down. I mean, he is a physical runner. That's a part of his game that we don't talk about much. He's a very good rushing QB. Here he won't get anything. We'll just take it to the 2-minute mark. 2nd and 20 after the penalty. Here's Russell. Cordell Russell makes a man miss, and he picks up 9. So almost back to where it was before we were called for the holding penalty. Russell again gets it. He gets past the line needed and will get inside the 20 down to the 18. Cordell Russell's been quiet the past 2 weeks. I mean, obviously, you don't play these kinds of teams at Miami, Ohio, but I still thought he'd be our wide receiver 1. To be honest, that's been Isaiah Williams. At least stat-wise, Isaiah Williams has been the top target, and he is currently on the field right now. Here's Holstein. Throwing it. It's caught by Bussey. Bussey will get 2. He won't. Gets to the first down marker. Play action. Holstein trying to make something happen. Sees the open man and completes it to Williams. We've got a holding penalty, though. I believe Asendre Afua is going to bring things back. No. Ineligible receiver. Ineligible man downfield. Yeah, Asendre Afua was ineligibly downfield on that play. That one is jarred away from Williams. We'll have to kick the field goal again, go down by 8. It's 14-6 right now. The Gators won't get anything before half, so we'll go into the locker room down by 8. Holstein, the give. Amani Ogba's going nowhere on that play. He loses 2. William Combs has been the X factor defensively for Florida. He's got a TFL, a deflection, and best of all, a fumble recovery. Amani Ogba falling forward, he'll get 3. That makes up for what he lost on the last play, plus 1. Not ideal. Press coverage here. We'll see it. Cordell Russell is open, but it's a bad throw. Caught anyways. Russell goes up and gets it, the 6'4 freak. He was at his 4th stop. He's only played for 2 teams. He didn't play at TCU, or what's the other team he played for? Missouri, I think? Didn't get on the field for a team until he went to Miami, Ohio. It wasn't good till last year. He's certainly taken off this year. Got the bag in the portal with us. Oh, goodness. Everyone and their mother is here. Holstein is going to get a yard. As you can see, Oklahoma State just got upset by Houston. There's some parity across the nation. Isaiah Williams gets it. Williams with a spin move. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of Tristan Norman this season, and that's primarily because of the emergence of Isaiah Williams. He's so sure-handed, and he went from a speedster kick return specialist to a very, very reliable pass catcher. That one was caught, but a little far in the back of the end zone. Holstein with the give to Ogba, who will get nothing. He's stonewalled on 2nd. It'll be 3rd and 10. Over the middle, it's Russell. First down, Aggies. Cordell Russell is back. 5 catches for 71 yards today. And the Aggies move the chains. All right, Ogba up the middle. Good blocking by Mark Nabu. We'll get 5 on that play. Very even battle between the running backs, Joe Jackson and Amani Ogba. Obviously, the Gators sad to not have Jaden Baugh anymore, who had a combined 60 rushing touchdowns over the first 2 seasons of this save. Over the middle, it's caught. Cordell Russell, yet again. We've looked his way quite a bit today, and it has worked out well. He's moving the chains for us quite a bit. We send Bussey in motion. The give. It's Amani Ogba breaking a tackle and getting into the end zone. We will go for 2 to try and tie the game here. QB power has not worked to our advantage yet in the past 2 weeks, and it will stay that way. As Eli Holstein is dropped short on the 2-point attempt, we are down 14-12, but we do get it back. Here's Holstein, the snap. He'll roll out. Sees the open man. It's Keody Armstrong, the tight end. Armstrong picking up a decent little gain there. Holstein completing 66% of his passes today. Maniogba trying to outspeed. He won't do so, losing a yard. Rough go of things for him today, efficiency-wise, at least opposed to what he's used to. The breakout freshman is usually a little more efficient on the ground. Here he goes on the speed option. He'll pick up about 15. Moving the chains is Amani Ogba. We'll sub in DeAndre Ryden on the next play. We run hurry up. Same play. This time it won't work quite as well. It'll be 3 yards. And we will send the speedy back DeAndre Ryden out onto the field, the redshirt sophomore. Here they give it to him. Ryden, the spin move, first down, bouncing off tacklers is DeAndre Ryden, who picks up 12. Here they give it to him on the RPO. Bad decision. He'll lose 4. As we near the end of the third quarter, down by 2 points, our defense is playing much better. The offense starting to have some momentum. Isaiah Williams incomplete. That one was nearly intercepted. Bad throw from Holstein. Williams couldn't come back to it. And the defender got a hand on it as well. Screen for Ryden, gets a pancake, spin move, and he will get down inside the 10. First down for the halfback. He's getting some reps right now. Final play of the third quarter. There'll be a handoff for DeAndre, breaking a tackle, and then going down after a yard. We'll go to the 4th. And a top 10 clash between 8th-ranked Florida and 9th-ranked A&M. Oh my God, that's such a beautiful graphic. You can see the playoff picture right now. These teams would face off in the playoffs if the season... Yeah, this would be round 1 of the college football playoffs, except it would be in the swamp. If the season ended today, this would be a round 1 matchup, but it would be in the swamp. Ryden picks up 8 on the carry. RPO, Ryden is swallowed. He'll lose 3. We'll go for the field goal to take the lead, and we get it. It's 15-14. The Gators get it. They don't get the 2-pointer. So now it's 20-15, 1st and 10 for us. Holstein to scramble. He's got Cordell Russell. Russell breaking a tackle. Across midfield is Cordell Russell. Eli Holstein now with over 200 passing. 101 of those have come to Russell, who continues to be the star of this offense. He will get nothing here on the jet sweep. It'll be 2nd and 10. Holstein, the give, it's Ryden. He'll go out to the outside, and he'll only get 1. 3rd and 9. Rough go of things today on the ground for Ryden. He probably has only got 2 or 3 more carries before we bring back Amani Ogba. Over the middle, that one is picked off. Holstein had 1 pick through his first 4 games. Now he's got 3 in his last 2. Yeah, 1 touchdown to 3 interceptions, as opposed to his 15-to-1 ratio from his first few weeks. Certainly is not ideal. Holstein rolling out. Come on. Yep. First down. This has to be the game-winning drive here, folks. Less than 3 minutes left to play. We are down by 5 at home. We played so many close games against so many good opponents. Here's a lob pass. It's caught. Keoti Armstrong. You can see LSU remains undefeated. They beat Tennessee. Tennessee's having a weird year since they got Kenny Minchey to kind of be a backup. But with the injury to Aaron Noland, that's likely going to keep him out of the rest of the season. Noland is likely going to be out for the season. That means that Minchey's the starter. He's played great up until that game today where LSU got the best of him. Ryden is going nowhere. He'll lose a yard. We'll go to the 2-minute mark. Again, we have to get a touchdown. we're dominating the yards in time of possession. We just haven't done very well otherwise. Looking for Celeste Miles here. On block for me, Ryden. I needed that block. 4th and 2. This is going to be the ball game here, folks. Amani Ogba is in at running back. I need him to pick up this first. Here he gets it, picks it up. Amani Ogba back in the game and back on the grind. We get to go back to just being comfortable with the football, with a chance to win this if we just stay focused. Holstein to the outside, sheds a tackler, picks up a first, falling forward. Just about a minute left to play. The Gators, they're in a peculiar spot because they're leading right now. So you don't want to be slowing down the clock, but you also want there to be time in case we were to score, which we're very likely to do just that. That one is incomplete, intended for Russell over the middle. I don't see why we would run it with the QB here. This is not the play I picked, but whatever. Holstein to scramble. He's got plenty of room. Eli Holstein walks it in. Touchdown, Aggies. We get the lead. And with 40 seconds, the Gators must tie it. 5 seconds to play. No funny business. From R41, it's the freshman. Snaps it. Brian Davey on the run, lobbing it for the end zone. And it's knocked away. The Aggies hold on at home. They knock off the Gators, hand them their first conference loss. And we remain in the top 10, remain in the playoff picture. It was a very good game offensively for us. Holstein didn't have any passing touchdowns, but, I mean, towards the end of the game when it really mattered, we were able to step up. Cordell Russell with another nice day. Bussey's been quiet the past few weeks, but we got some nice moments out of a lot of our receivers. Credit to the defense in the second half as well. They were amazing. And we're going to go to week 8, where we will hopefully face off against somebody who is a little bit easier than Florida and Georgia and all these top 10 opponents. Forrest Bragg, the number 1 player in the country, commits after that game. David Fasano, a 4-star, commits, but we will lose out on 2 more 4-stars. One of them was one that I really wanted. We're up to 7th in the country. We have the Southwest Classic against Arkansas this week. The Razorbacks are on a 4-game skid. They're 0-4 since the start of conference play. And what sucks is that these guys don't have Marcel Reed anymore. We absolutely walloped them last year when they did. So I'm glad we beat them while we could. Hopefully we get to meet Money Marcel in the playoffs soon, as he is now the signal caller at USC for the reigning champs. Super happy for him. We lose out on a tackle. I want to add some more offensive linemen, but there's not really anybody worth going after. Miles here is a bust. Josh Hodges I want to get. Mohamed Idonije needs to hurry up and commit. Same thing with Ben. I'll go after these 2 guys just a little bit. Both from North Carolina. I'd love to steal them from Bill Belichick. That would really please me. So we got Forrest Bragg, the number 1 player in the country, the corner out of Bradenton, Florida. I would love to get Amani Omiyale as well, another 5-star corner. Chauncey Etienne, the 4-star safety, likes us. And I'm also gonna. Oh, we don't have any visits to schedule. Okay. Any offensive lineman. Yeah, I'm going to use this time to scout all these offensive tackles and see if any of them are worth going after. If you are not a gem, then you are getting removed. I'm feeling it. Torrey Gato is going to be that guy. Nope, he wasn't. I'll keep him on, though. Oh, never mind. Devontae Bowles, come on, man. Never mind. All right, we'll be back next week for more scouting. What happened around this landscape of college football? Who won that big rivalry? Looks like USC did. Either way, boom, bang. Cal beat Pitt. I told you Cal was a sleeping giant. They beat Pitt. Washington State's now in the rankings. Big win for Florida State. They upset North Carolina. Both those teams are now 4-3. It was a shootout, 42-41. Ohio State wins. Michigan wins on the road. Georgia narrowly beats the Razorbacks. They're 6-0. Oklahoma's 6-1 after a close rivalry win. Oh my God! Promote Toledo. They keep beating these ranked SEC schools. That's 2 wins against top 15 opponents for Toledo, both in the SEC. They have 3 losses. 2 of those are to MAC teams. 1 is to Kentucky, and then they've beaten Ole Miss and Auburn. Oh my God. Auburn is rolling right now at 5-1, by the way. Memphis is ranked. FIU continues to be a juggernaut in the G5. Iowa State 6-1. They survive on the road by 1 point. Colorado is 5-1. Shout out to Dion getting his squad all put together. USC and Notre Dame was an absolute classic. 47-45. College game day was there. Austin Mack continues to be the best player I've ever seen. And then Temple. How about Temple 6-0, continuing that momentum from that big upset in Happy Valley, which marked the biggest win in their school history. We saw LSU. They're now ranked in the top 10. Colton Joseph and company. And then Penn State back on the winning side of things. They're 4-3 as well. K-State wins the Sunflower Showdown. That's always a fun one. And then Clemson continues to win. They're 3-3. Rutgers and Washington was apparently one of the Game of the Year candidates, 55-52. And then we saw the Oregon shootout. Miami with a big win. UCLA, they keep winning these narrow games, ranked in the top 10. Unlikely. And then BYU beats TCU, hands them their first L. South Carolina beats Texas. The Longhorns are now a 2-loss team. And the Gators have 2 losses as well. As for Week 8, who's up in Week 8? UCLA going on the road against a now ranked Nebraska squad. Oklahoma State just got upset. They're out of the rankings. They'll go against Iowa State. Penn State at Indiana is intriguing. A couple of really disappointing teams. Northwestern at Michigan's a fun rivalry. Maybe the Wildcats can pull off a big upset in what's been their best season since 2020. That was 7 years ago. Florida at Missouri should be an easy win. Same thing with Ohio State at Wisconsin. Tennessee at Oklahoma, I'm intrigued for. Give me the Sooners, though, to win this one. They've been great this year, and they've just been rolling through opponents. Rivalry matchup, Colorado and Utah. If the Buffs improve to 6-1, I can guarantee we'll see them in the rankings. Rutgers has played better than their 2-5 record. I think they could get a conference win here against even record Minnesota. Duke is undefeated. They play 6-1 Virginia Tech. That's going to be a great game. Give me Darian Mensah and company. They're just a lock. Dude, Duke is so good. Cal comes back home after a huge win. They'll play Florida State. Feels like everyone in the ACC is just 4-3. Notre Dame at Wake Forest. I don't know what it is with every top 10 team ever going to Wake Forest. I just think about that 11-3 season 2 years ago. I think maybe the Demon Deacons could pull something here. I highly doubt it, though. SMU's been so weird this year. They beat Bama, but they lost to some stupid teams. Give me, you know what? Give me Texas Tech at home in conference play. Bama hosts Kentucky. USC is at home. And then rounding things out, you got BYU at Baylor, a team that's made the playoffs, or no, that's made their conference championship 2 years in a row, but they've been lackluster this season. Give me the Cougars. Ranked battle in the American, basically the conference championship. Temple against Memphis midway through the year. Temple's been amazing. Actually, Auburn and LSU should be a great matchup. The Tigers with a chance to right their wrongs. This is a battle of undefeated teams in conference. Like I said, Auburn's only loss is Toledo. And then a couple more fun matchups. Oregon at Washington is always fun, even though right now the Ducks seem far superior. Texas at Ole Miss, a battle of two-loss SEC schools. Texas has 2 conference losses. If they lose this, they're out of the playoffs. But, yeah. It's going to be an interesting group of games. We'll take a look at our team stats halfway through the regular season. Holstein hasn't thrown a passing touchdown in 2 weeks. Yeesh. But it is what it is. Amani Ogba's been very nice for us. And then receiving, it's been Cordell Russell and Terry Bussey leading the show. Blocking, Ponton's been bad, but everyone else has been really good. And then defensively, credit to our defense. Colton Vasick's been a great player. And Rashad Johnson has been nice as well as like a sub-linebacker, safety type guy. Jalen Braxton, Javon Thomas are great players. And then Gabriel Traore, the freshman, when he gets on the field, he's been very good as well. All right, we'll face off against Arkansas this week. Hoss Haney and company coming to town. Like I said, these guys... Oh yeah, we're blacking out this game. All right, we black out. They do this. Boom. Texas A&M and Arkansas, the Southwest Classic. The first time it's been played in Kyle Field in a long time. These guys discontinued the game at AT&T Stadium. Now it's a rivalry on home team's turf. It's a blackout night game for the Aggies, Texas A&M, and Arkansas. It's 80 degrees right now in College Station here in a mid-October clash between these two teams. Arkansas has been on a skid recently. They haven't won a game since September. Here's Holstein on the run. Plenty of room for Holstein. He'll pick up 29 on the carry there. Big gain for him. Remove the chains. Here's a pass. Cordell Russell is open over the middle. 2 plays, and the Aggies are immediately just gotten rough. Holstein drops back, throws it for Amani Ogba, who makes the catch and then gets shoved down by C.J. Turner. Second and 4. Here's the give. It's Amani Ogba. Juke move. Hurdle. Down to the 1. Amani showing off his arsenal there. And though Eli Holstein will still not get another passing touchdown, we'll just run it in with Amani Ogba, who will get it. Touchdown Aggies. We absolutely walloped these guys last year. Didn't give up a point till the 4th quarter. It was like 40-10. Yeah, like 49-10 was the final score. But at one point it was like 41-0. We walloped them in their house, and that's just what I want to do again. On the move, Holstein scrambling. First down Aggies in the black uniforms. As you can see, Temple edges out Memphis. They're 7-0. I'm rooting for the Owls right now. They're a horrible program, but recently they've been able to turn things around. Holstein scrambling again. He picks up 4 here. The QB's been running all over today against the Razorbacks. Here's a give. It's Amani Ogba. Barely gets through. Somehow turns it into a first down. Almost a 10-yard scamper for Amani Ogba. in what looked like it was going to be a 6-yard loss. Holstein, quick pass, it's picked off. Holstein has now he threw 15 touchdowns to 1 interception to start the year. Now he's thrown 4 picks in his last 3 games with no passing touchdowns. He's been pitiful when it comes to just scoring. He hasn't been bad overall. He's just turned the ball over. LSU walloped Auburn. They're still undefeated. Amani Ogba tackled from behind. He'll lose 4. As here we start the second quarter. Georgia, close game against Mississippi State. You'd think they would have liked to blow that one open just like they did here in College Station. Here's Holstein snapping it. He gets sacked. Big loss. And Arkansas is going to get it back. They haven't done anything offensively. This was the same show as last season, where the Razorbacks just were pitiful on the offensive side of the football. Here's Amani Ogba, who gets stonewalled. He won't get anything there. May have lost a little bit. 2nd and 10 is where they spot him. Holstein will scramble. Likes the look here. Picks up a decent bit. Nebraska knocks off a top 10 UCLA team. I knew they would fall at some point. Their quarterbacks are 66 overall. Holstein pulls it and then shoots. First down for the QB, who's had his best rushing game of his Aggie career so far. Here he snaps it. The throw, it's caught. Never mind, it's dropped by Celestine Miles. Holstein snaps it. The throw over the middle, it's Williams. Isaiah Williams will get 5. Holstein rolling out. On the run for Williams. And he will 4th and inches. It's a ballsy play call for sure, but I'm confident that Amani Ogba can get these 2 inches. Pick up the first down. Here he jukes and gets into the end zone. Easy touchdown for Amani Ogba. And Holstein, the thing is, he's still without a passing touchdown. Arkansas is going to score. It's 14-7. Boss Haney is a good QB. Oh, my God. Holstein going down. It's a loss of 10. Reginald Colebrook with his 3rd TFL. He feels like he's been the only player on defense today for Arkansas. There's the pitch. Amani Ogba will get 2. And he's picked off again. That's 5 picks without a passing touchdown for Eli Holstein, who's been playing super poor lately. He started off with 15-1. 15-1. Now he's at 15-6. Are we serious? Like, dude, get your shit together. Oh my God. Here's the handoff. Amani Ogba, though, he's a guy who's got his stuff together. Hurdle, and he's skipping down the sideline. Amani Ogba staying in bounds. Oh my God. Why is he so much better than Fluff Bothwell was last year? Here's a pass. Cordell Russell can't get to it. Faulty throw from Holstein. Over the middle, it's caught by Cordell Russell. Russell with his 2nd catch of the day. We do only have a minute left in the half, trying to score here. Here's Amani Ogba, who's been just so good today. Timeout Razorbacks, as they want some time to score if we were to get in the end zone here. Here's the give. Amani Ogba Breaks a tackle, juke move. It's another timeout, Razorbacks. I'm tipping my cap to Arkansas right now. They're taking timeouts for me. On the move, Holstein, he's got a passing touchdown, finally. Celeste Miles salutes to the crowd. He's in for the score. We get it back, 1st and 10. Holstein pulls it on the quarterback keeper. He will get 6. It's 2nd and 4 now. All right, I like the look of Bussey here, all alone on his own little island here. There's the lob pass, caught, touchdown Aggies. One play, Terry Bussey to the house, 46 yards for Terry Bussey. It's now an 18-point lead for Texas A&M. As the 7th-ranked Aggies continue to put it on against the slumping Razorbacks. Here at home in the blackout. Here's a pass over the middle. It's Bussey who drops it. Terry Bussey fashion, 75-yard touchdown, and then drops it as he's Terry Bussey. Catch the ball in this game. Here we'll lob it for him again. Oh my God, he got free. Makes the catch. Terry Bussey again. I'm telling you, if he can catch it, he is going to take it all the distance. 150 receiving yards today. There's a 79-yard touchdown bomb catch for Bussey, and we have just blown it open at this point. Holstein on the move, on the run, makes a throw, and of course Bussey drops it. So it's been touchdown, drop, his last 4 targets. I mean, they're pressing him again. I might look Cordell Russell's direction this time. I will. Here, that one's overthrown. 4th and 7. Let's go for it. I'm feeling like we're going to get it. I also think Cordell Russell's going to get open here. Man, Arkansas running a ton of press coverage here. Holstein hit as he throws. The Razorbacks take over on offense. They get a field goal. Will remain up by 22. We are up big right now. Somebody's going to get open. Surely. Both of you block. Thank you. Holstein off to the races. Gets out of bounds after a big-time first down. Holstein, the give. It's Amani Ogba. He'll get nothing. Here's the snap, the give. And it'll be 3 for Amani Ogba. And we will go to the 4th. A&M dominating here in the Southwest Classic. It's 35-13. That one is hauled in by Bussey. Have yourself a day, Terry Bussey. 167 receiving yards today for the receiver. That one's caught. It's Celeste Miles. What a throw from Holstein. Miles fighting his way forward, down to the 2. That's Miles' second catch. And we'll give it to Amani Ogba, who's in for the hat trick. Touchdown. He's got 3 today on the ground. And Arkansas scores. We are only up by a measly 22 now. Here's the give. Oh, here's the give for Amani Ogba. We'll try to get him over 100 today, and he will get there. First down, Aggies. Amani is now at 107 rushing yards. This next carry will be his last of the day. A direct snap, and he'll get enough. 7 yards from Aniagba. We'll take it. He comes out of the game. DeAndre Ryden comes in. He'll bring us home today. Ryden gets a nice block. Juke move across midfield. And the Aggies continue to run the ball effectively. It's a 14-yard pickup for Ryden. Here's the give. He will now lose 3 in DeAndre Ryden fashion, just being worse than Amani Ogba in every way. Every time I try to get him playing time, it just feels wrong. Holstein scrambling out. Oh my. Throw that away. Gets rid of it. It's 3rd and 13 now. Love to see Keody Armstrong open here. Here instead, we'll check it for Isaiah Williams. We'll go here, because why not? Williams again breaks a tackle. He gets brought down, though, as the Arkansas Razorbacks will take over. They'll get another score, make it a 14-point game. I mean, credit to them for scoring some late points to make the score look better. Ryden's going to lose 3 more. Of course, he starts off 1 carry for 14 yards, and then when the game's over, he'll have 3 carries for 8 yards. Here's Holstein, the QB keeper. He gets banged up. 3rd and 13. Man, we're playing some sloppy football, folks. All we got to do is just toss it up to Terry Bussey again. Oh, my. All right, 4th and 14. We'll give it back to them. They can make it a touchdown game right now. We get it back, though. And that's the game. We win 42-28. It was much less close than that for most of this football game. Either way, we do get the win. Amani Ogba, player of the game, he gets a hat trick. And in the blackout, we get the job done. We improve to 5-1. Huge credit to our offensive line today. They did a great job. They didn't let anything get, unless DeAndre Ryden was the running back. Not a great day for Holstein. I feel like we got bailed out by some good route running today. Great day on the ground, though, for him. Receiving, Terry Bussey had the game of his life. Russell was a little quiet. Blocking, Afua was good, gave up a sack, though. Rogers was good. Maybe gave up another sack. Colton Bassett was with a sack. And then Javon Thomas and Gabriel Traore, my 2 favorite players on defense, both with interceptions. I mean, I love DeMonte Trapuka as well, but he's a 78 overall, so. Either way, we will continue on through the season. We do not get upset by Arkansas this season. I'm sure it'll happen at some point down the line. And there's Josh Hodges, a 5-star will linebacker from Missouri City. Ben Maldonado commits, the 4-star. Muhammad Indonesia, we lose out on another 5-star. This time it's LSU. We'll go down a spot as we're 6-1 now, and we're hosting 6-2, 18th ranked Alabama. Take a look at the scores and schedules. Considering we went down a rank, I assume there wasn't too much parity. Looks like Iowa State survived, blowing out Oklahoma State. My God. Nebraska upsets UCLA. Both those teams are now ranked in the mid-teens. South Carolina with a nice win. Indiana improves. Clemson's back in the rankings at 4-3 after starting out 1-3. They're starting to get their footing back. Oh my God! Northwestern was ranked 2 weeks ago, and Michigan just beat. Michigan just fucked them 80-0. Oh my God. Oh my. Bryce Underwood with a Heisman moment this game. Peyton Lewis with 4 rushing touchdowns. Andrew Marsh with a hat trick. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. This was a murder. Somebody was killed. And it was Northwestern. Oh my goodness. My God. Put Michigan at fucking number 1. Florida with a narrow win. Ohio State with a win. Tennessee with a close win. They should be ranked in the top 10, to be honest. They've had a tough schedule. Colorado loses at home to Utah. Deion Sanders' choke job. Duke, narrow win over 6-1 Va Tech. The Blue Devils are now up to 2nd in the country. They continue to just win games, as that is 30-1 in the regular season this series. My God, Notre Dame 72-17. Home. I was going to talk about Rutgers, but they're not here. SMU back in the rankings at 4-3. I think rightfully so. They've knocked off Texas Tech, knocked off Alabama. Some nice wins. Bama beat Kentucky by 3. Kentucky's 0-4 in conference. I have very serious questions about Alabama's defense right now. I mean, you've got George Yancey at QB, but the rest of this squad just something doesn't seem right to me about this Alabama defense this season. It's been off. BYU barely beats Baylor. Baylor gets their 4th loss of the year, matching their total from last year, which was a down year in their opinion. So it's another down year for the Bears. Big win for LSU. They're still undefeated. Small win for Georgia. They're still undefeated in rank 1. Oregon's back in the top 10. Texas with a nice win. And then not much other stuff going on. The big game, LSU-Auburn, was where College Game Day was. This upcoming week looks pretty fun. Actually, not really. I'm not seeing any good games. Navy Notre Dame's always a cool rivalry. It's always so one-sided though. Oklahoma Kentucky, Clemson Virginia Tech is fun, I guess. Texas Iowa State could bring some fun stuff. LSU at South Carolina is College Game Day. LSU featured for the 2nd straight week. South Carolina's 6-1, they're 5th. LSU is 7-0, they're 7th. The Tigers with Colton Joseph at QB. He's one of the best in the country. Then you got Vandy and Arkansas. Somebody's going to get their first conference win today. Arkansas on a 5-game losing streak. All those have been conference games. Will they finally win here against Vanderbilt? And then you got 5-2 Auburn, 6-2 Texas. A top 25 matchup where the loser is likely eliminated from the playoffs. I want to say likely because Auburn still has a chance to get in at 5-3 with only the 1 conference loss. SMU's ranked. They'll go to Arizona State. Give me Arizona State. SMU just seems to be like the new Oklahoma State. Now that they're in the Big 12, they beat the teams you think they'd lose to, and they lose to the teams you'd think they'd beat. Boise State's going to beat Utah State 75-40 because Austin Mack is the king. And then you got some other games. Michigan, UCLA. Michigan's going to beat them 80-0. That's how they beat Northwestern. I think Northwestern would beat UCLA. Florida and Tennessee. 11th ranked Florida at 12th ranked Tennessee. Give me the Vols here. I think Kenny Minchie is really settling in. I still like him over the guy Florida's starting. So give me Tennessee. Washington State is still ranked. Tulane has been really disappointing. They got freaking Deuce Knight and they're 3-4. Ole Miss at Georgia. Ole Miss always gives Georgia a fun one. I think the Bulldogs got this in Athens. Nebraska at Ohio State. Can the Huskers upset back-to-back top 10 teams? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. But, love to see some fireworks. Kiki Alati, we have the lead again over USC. The 4-star back from Temple, Texas, is a north-south blocker archetype. Don't know if I like that, but I'm sure he's pretty good. I do like Glenn Stye quite a bit. Nicholas Fontus, we're battling with Pitt for the 5-star receiver. I want him bad. And then Casey and Rome, it's an uphill battle as well. Hopefully we can flip around both these guys. Not going to get Devontae Bowles. I'm going to scout these remaining 3-star linemen. I don't like resorting to 3 stars, but we need some lineman depth. It's not going to be from Ben Khalil. Daniel Griffin, please be a gem. Nope, not a gem. I'll give Gato the Scully because we liked him the most. Joshua Carew, be a gem. It's okay. We're probably not going to get him anyway. Gregory Potassi, Miles here, we'll give a Scully too. Didn't get Ido Nije, but we'll go after these other 2 corners. Leatzi Tsui Kolovatsu. Okay, and Artie Shakir. Artie Shakir, 6th. Okay, these are not corners. These are Mike linebackers. I was like 6'3", 236. God. Corner, Amani Omiyale still is not committed yet. We want him to commit pretty speedily. Chauncey Etienne's a boss. Damn it. That really hurts. Jamie Sosa, I'm just going to make sure we get this guy. He's going to be our kicker of the future. And I'll scout him as well. It's always fun scouting kickers because it's one of the most meaningless things you can do. He looks like a god, though. So good for him. Okay. All right. Well, another good week in the recruiting trail. Taking a look at our season stats right now. Holstein with 18-6, 62% completion. Rushing, he's got 261 and 2 scores. Amani Ogba's been good. Receiving, Bussey is our #1 receiver. Russell's been good as well. And then defensively, I think Vasic has 6.5 sacks. Huge leap from him. Of course, he comes over from Texas, and we turn him into a god. All right, we're up against Alabama. This is not a sure win. George Yancey, the redshirt freshman, is literally Johnny Manziel 2.0. Elite speed, one of the best playmakers in the country. Heisman candidate as a redshirt freshman. And he's not on our team. He plays for Alabama. What are the odds? We face off against the Crimson Tide at home. We are, 8th in the nation or 7th? They're 18th. We are boasting with 1 loss in conference to Georgia. Alabama has 1 loss in conference to Georgia. They also have a stupid loss out of conference to SMU. We will face off today as Yancey was picked off by Brian Nelson. And the Aggies take over on offense. Holstein snaps it. On the run, he throws incomplete. Intended for Cordell Russell. He could not come down with it. On the run, Celestin Miles being tightly defended, but we will get it to him. Miles gets 3. Will attempt a 46-yard field goal. Tyler White nails it. Alabama won't get anything. So huge credit to the defense, holding down George Yancey. It's not an easy thing to do. Holstein, they give. Amani Ogba pushes forward for 2. We're up in our own end, at our own 6-yard line. Holstein pulls it. QB keeper. Bang! It's a loss of 2. He was swarmed instantly. 3rd down and long now for Holstein. Again, inside his own 10. This is safety territory. He misses, flat out misses Isaiah Williams on that play. We'll give it back to Yancey, and they do score. So Alabama takes the lead. Can't say I didn't expect it. Come on, Cordell, outspeed. Cordell Russell makes the grab. He's tackled at the 24, but he gets a huge gain. Moving the chains yet again. Holstein snaps it. He'll roll out. Man in his face. Breaks the tackle. Fires. Celestin Miles tips it up, and it's nearly intercepted. We're so lucky they didn't come down with that. Miles went up for that ball and then swatted it like 10 yards up in the air. It was in the air for 3 business days. And there was no one in the area till the last second. Now Miles gets a backfield grab it this time. And wants us to go for it. I say weird, but sure. And, if the coach wants it, gotta do it. There's Armstrong, makes the grab for the first down. The sure-handed tight end doing his thing, moving those chains successfully. Here's Holstein to give. It's Amani Agba. Good move. The freshman giving a decent hit on the play there. Now Holstein gives it to Amani Agba again. He will lose a yard. Rough go of things so far today for Amani. This will be the last play of the quarter. Holstein somehow escapes. Almost threaded the needle there to Amani Agba. Again, Holstein against his former team. First time facing off against Alabama. Was a member of their squad in 2023. They get it back. 3rd and 3 from the 3. The line to gain is just inches in front of the goal line. And we do thread the needle. Terry Bussey is in for his 8th receiving score of the season. And Bama will score. We're now down 14-13. It's been a good game. Like I said, this game is not going to disappoint. I don't care that they're ranked lower than us. These guys are probably better than us. Amani Agba, juke move, and a spin move to tack onto it. That's his best run of the day. As the elusive bruiser moves the chains. Holstein snaps it. Here comes the pressure. He's got a wide open Keody Armstrong who makes the grab. That's probably his biggest catch of his career. Keody Armstrong, tight end, who didn't record a catch for us until this season, despite being on the team since year 1. There's a pass caught by Isaiah Williams. He's spotted at the 3-yard line. All of a sudden, Eli Holstein throwing darts for the Tide right now. He pulls it, read option, and he dives in. Touchdown, Aggies. And he hits a little celly in the end zone. Eli Holstein gives us the lead. We'll get it back. This offense, like I said, once it starts and gets humming, it's hard to stop. Holstein lobbing it up for the man, Terry Bussey. He goes up and will drop it because he's Terry Bussey. And you never know what you're getting when you throw it to him. 2nd and 10 now. Here's the give for Amani Agba, our star running back who entered the transfer portal this offseason after being redshirted and only playing in 4 games last year. However, he realized he was going to be the clear-cut RB1 and decided to return to A&M, where he has been one of our best players. Alabama retakes the lead. It's 21-20. 36 ticks of the clock remain in the half. There's a pass incomplete intended for Armstrong. He tipped it back to the defender. I was scared it was going to get picked off there for a second. Here's Holstein, the snap. Here's a quick pass. It's caught. Cordell Russell, timeout Aggies. Holstein's been dealing today against his former squad. He's made some scary throws, but has not been picked off yet. Here's the snap. Screen pass for Agba. Got no blocking whatsoever. Losing a yard, I believe, on that play. Aggies call a timeout. It's Qua Rusaw on the tackle. Here's Holstein on the run. Isaiah Williams makes the grab. Sheds a tackler. Williams across midfield down to the 33, and he's out of bounds. He comes off the field, but not before making a great play on offense. Here's a short pass, Cordell Russell. 4, 3, 2. We take a timeout with 2 seconds left, and we're going to kick a 40-yard field goal to take the lead right before half. That's what we do. 23-21 at half. It's been cinema between A&M and Alabama. Holstein rolling out. Here's a lob pass for Bussey all the way to the end zone. It's picked off. Are we kidding right now? Oh my God, that was actually not that bad of a throw. He put some air under that. But it is intercepted. He wanted it all, didn't get it. Amani Ogba gets loose. He's tracked down. It's been a rough day for Ogba. 11 carries, 39 yards. It's not particularly good, but he's starting to get going. Here he gets the pitch. Spin move, picks up the first down. Like I said, he's starting to get going. We do still have the lead. Aggies, I meant to go up tempo. I haven't learned from my mistakes, so I'm going to assume it's out of play. And this time, Bussey comes down with it. Down to the 10. Terry Bussey with a nice catch. Holstein snaps it, pitching it. Amani Ogba spin move. And he will get tackled for a loss of 2. Dre Kirkpatrick on the TFL. Here's the give. Amani Ogba now gets 3 back. We'll run it back again. 3rd and goal. Holstein hit as he throws. We'll go for the field goal to make it a 26-21 lead, and we get it. Now Yancey and company on offense have fallen stone cold. We're getting the ball right back. I'm liking where this team is at right now. Oh my God, thank goodness I did not have to make that goal. It would have been hit. Holstein audibling at the line. Snaps it, gives it to Amani Ogba. We will lose a yard. Nowhere to go for our starting halfback, who's been rough today. We see DeAndre Ryden gearing up on the sideline. The backup running back will get some time. 4th and 7 now across midfield. I say go. I trust my defense to defend the opposing team at this field position if we were to not get it. This one is caught over the middle. It's Cordell Russell. We'll run hurry up. Flood drive always coming in clutch in those short yardage situations, medium yardage situations. Tristan Norman's on the field. He'll get it. Norman to the outside, and oh God. He just lost 13 points. Good for him. Disaster class play from Norman. They'll come out for Isaiah. Or no, we'll put Max LaBelle. I want to see Max LaBelle. Okay, now it's 3rd and 34. Jesus. Alright, well, see if Max LaBelle... No, he didn't come out onto the field. There is a penalty. I believe it's going to be holding. They'll decline it because we're going to punt anyways. Sendre Afua has had his fair share of holding penalties today. We'll give it on over back to Alabama, or it's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. We lead 26-21 right now. Holstein scrambling out. No, please. Oh my God, not again. Holstein with another pick. He's been picked off so many times the past few weeks. It's been kind of pitiful. Here's the give. It's Ryden. Plenty of room. DeAndre Ryden, spin move, gets a few. And it's a big chunk play for the back. 22 yards for DeAndre Ryden. Now he'll lose 4, 4, and 3 to make his stat line bad again. Yep, he won't get anything. Every time Ryden starts out with a great play and just plays like shit. Holstein scrambling around, doesn't like the look. He'll throw, caught. Terry Bussey makes the grab in traffic and moves the chains. We snap it with just over 6 minutes to play in the game. Ryden won't get anything here. Liking the look here Alabama's given us. Ryden gets out of it and picks up 5. How about that? There's the give. DeAndre Ryden gets blocked. We'll go up by 8 here with this field goal. And we get it back. Alabama forced to punt it back to us. Play action. Holstein scrambling out. I believe that's going to be a penalty marker against Holstein for throwing it across the line. We saw 2 open receivers, tried to make a big play, just forgot where he was in the shape of all things. About 1.5 yards past the line. Holstein scrambling out. Forces that one in for Armstrong, and he will not get anything. Third down and 12 now. My only hope is Cordell Russell and Terry Bussey down the sideline. Here's a lob pass for Bussey. Can't corral it. He'll drop it. And we will hand it right back on over to Alabama. White's punt is booted up. And it's down at the 20. Less than 2 minutes for George Yancey, the redshirt freshman. And we get the win. We're able to survive by 8 points at home against Alabama. We remain in the top 10. That might be my last game of the night. And we'll play one more. We will play one more game this episode and leave the final 3 games of the season for tomorrow. Holstein's stat line looks a hell of a lot worse this week than it did 4 weeks ago. Amani Ogba's looks great. Receiving, it's still Bussey and Russell are nearly identical. Defensively, we got some great players here. Alex January, when he is on the field, is very good. All right, taking a look at the scores and schedules of Week 9. Duke remains unbeaten, 55-0. Oh my God, they're so good, bro. Duke's a football blue blood. All right. Florida State's ranked 6-3. They've won a lot in a row. Stanford's 0-8. They suck. UNLV is ranked. USC is ranked. Of course, at number 4. It was a big win. Oregon's back in the top 10. Notre Dame is back in the top 10. Oklahoma is 7-2. Clemson is 5-3. They get another big win. Virginia Tech has lost 3 in a row. They're 6-3 now. Iowa State with a close win. They're 8-1. LSU loses by 3 at South Carolina. They fall to 7-1. The Gamecocks now ranked in the top 5 at 7-1. Texas falls against Auburn by 2 at home, 47-45. I wouldn't say they're out of it at 6-3, but 2-3 in conference isn't ideal. Auburn is 6-2. SMU, like I said, they lose to Arizona State. They're 4-4 now. Memphis is 6-2, still ranked. Colorado's 6-2. TCU 7-2, big win for them. They haven't been ranked all season. They started 6-0. Temple is 8-0, ranked 15th. Michigan beats UCLA comfortably. And like I said, Tennessee, they win in a rivalry game against Florida 44-41. The Gators still ranked 14th at 5-3 is interesting, but whatever. Georgia handles business against Ole Miss. Ohio State wallops Nebraska, sends them out of the rankings. Speaking of the rankings, we'll look at the rankings, and then we'll look at the college football playoff bracket. Right now, the top 25 is Georgia, Duke, Ohio State, USC, South Carolina, Michigan, us, Oregon, Notre Dame, Tennessee. That's the top 10. Then LSU, Iowa State, BYU, Florida, Temple, Auburn, Oklahoma, Texas, Clemson, UNLV, Memphis, Pitt, Miami, Washington State, and Florida State. So many SEC schools. How many SEC schools is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 SEC schools, and Alabama should be ranked over Florida State. I would say 10. Why the hell would you rank Louisville? USF should be ranked at 8. No, I'm just saying it. Oh my God. Some of these rankings are horrible. Anyways, college football playoff bracket has us facing off against Tennessee feeding into Duke. That would be fun. Temple in the playoffs makes sense. Notre Dame, Oregon would be a fun first round matchup. Taking a look at let's take a look at just the stats around the league. I want to see what's going on. Oh my, Dylan Raiola. Holy shit. Good God. Dylan Raiola is going to be the number 1 pick. Where's Austin Mack? Marcel Reed has been pretty good. He's been great. Where's Mack? Yeah, he's been great. It's going to be crazy. The Dylan Raiola, then Austin Mack is what's going to be the NFL draft, what it's looking like at least. Rushing. Oh my, Peyton Lewis. 26 rushing scores already in 9 games. Hello. Hollywood Smothers is a traitor. He goes to UNC. He's been playing great. Is anyone even close? Yeah, no one's close to Peyton Lewis. No one is close. Then they have another guy with 15? Oh my God. That's hideous. Micah Hudson's crazy. He's going to be a top pick. The Ohio State is just so good. Quishon Brown is good. Defensively, I got to go conference by conference. Oh, God. Oh, God. We got some great players here. Did I just see 12 sacks, 2 interceptions? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. All right. Jade Woods here, 22 TFLs. Hello. Some good D tackles this class. Yeah, a lot of good D tackles. Good God. A lot of guys with 5 picks. 6 for Brandon Finney. That's a beast. Okay. Yeah, we got Mississippi State this week. This is gonna be the last game of this set. Fontus went to Pitt. God damn it. This is a disaster recruiting class. We're lucky we're playing well this year. God, this group. Oh my God, we lost on KZ as well. We're not gonna get any receivers. We're going to have to rake in here in the transfer portal. Conference prestige and pro potential. We can't even hard sell yet. What am I doing? Yeah, we're going to have to rake in here in the transfer portal. Make sure I get Tori Gato. Just because I want Joshua Carew really badly because I just need more bodies in this class. We've only got 16 players on the board. We'll only sign like 10 of them. I need more bodies. I don't want them to be 3 stars, though. I might just sign a crazy transfer portal. We might go in a massive portal class. Just everyone and my mother in the portal. Amani Omiyale still likes us. Chauncey Etienne. I need to make sure we get him, even though he is a bust. Jamie Sosa needs to just commit, dude. Like, you're offered to be the kicker at A&M, and you've got Texas State, UTEP, North Texas, and UTSA, none of which have offered you, are in the running. Just give it up. You're gonna be an Aggie, dude. Zach Travis here is open recruitment. Maybe. Playing time. I'm just going to throw some guys who I think could be good that are 3 stars on the board. Okay, time to scout all these guys. Jesus Reynoso. Oh my god, you're a bust 3-star. Go to hell. David Ngata. You're not great. Josh Gideon. Rayshawn Rattay. Can I get a gem, please? Oh, you're a 2-star. Get off my board. Oh, Christ. Can I get, like, some frickin'... What do I need? Oh, yeah, we could use a tight end, actually. Do Eric Page. Any 4-star tight ends not getting offered? Any 4-star players not getting offered? Nope. Please, Mr. Page. Sure, take a scholarship. You can all have schollies. I don't care. I don't know why I probably won't end up bringing in most of you. Yeah, that's going to be the recruiting. I might fine-tune it a little bit later. Mississippi State is horrible. We should crush these guys. Yeah, we should absolutely dominate. Let me just make sure things are all as expected. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. All right, we're at Mississippi State. They're awful. We should crush them. We're white outing it. Lonnie Ogba up the middle. There's a nice gain. 6 yards for Amani today. On that first carry, Duke beats their rival NC State. They remain undefeated. God, this game loves Duke. And I love Duke. First down, Aggies, Amani Ogba. We don't even have to throw the ball today. Today's going to be the Amani Ogba show. I can already feel it. I don't know why, but I'm really feeling the stadium pulse right now. Oh my god, okay, that's not who I threw it to. Celeste Miles wants to be tight end one. As he steals it and snatches it from Keody Armstrong. Direct snap, Amani Ogba, first down, and more. First down, Aggies, Damian Payne, or Payne that is, because I can't read on the tackle. Holstein snaps it. The throw over the middle, it's Armstrong. First down, Aggies. They run a hurry-up offense. Please hear me, though. It's not that hard. No release. Oh, God. Holstein tossing it away. It's 2nd and 10 now. DeAndre Ryden checks in at halfback. That's oh so interesting. We pitch it out. Ryden off to the races. First down, DeAndre Ryden. Moving the chains. As you can see, Mississippi State running back Deron Dupree is closing in. 1,000 yards rushing. We fake out the defense. Fake fullback dive, pitching it to Amani Ogba. Gets 5. Holstein to snap it. He'll throw. Bussey's wide open. Touchdown, Aggies. That was easy. We'll go in for a 15-yard score. And we'll get it right back. Up 7-0, deep in our own territory. Here's a quick pass. Isaiah Williams gets the first. Catch and run for Williams. Picks up the first down. As Texas A&M continues to drive down the field with ease. Here's Cordell Russell dropping the football. The 6'4 transfer from Miami, Ohio, has been one of our best players this year. Juke move, Amani Ogba won't get anything. That brings up 3rd down forever. This crowd going wild. Russell gets the catch, outspeeds, juke move, turns it upfield. Cordell Russell, showing why he should be a guy who plays on Sundays. Oh no. Holstein is going to take the delay of game because my monitor died. First and 15. Holstein going out. On the run, he delivers, it's caught. Keody Armstrong with a small gain. He's just going to do his thing. You see Russell there on the outside. I'd love to hit him here. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Oh, what a terrible throw. Oh my God, you're so stupid. Cordell Russell. Not only was it an awful throw by Holstein, Russell could have came back and caught it. But he just was an idiot. Pass interference, please. Pass interference, please. Pass interference, please. Can I not get that call there? Cam Hill with the pick. Now we got 1st and 10. Holstein snaps it to give. Amani Ogba. We will get 1. Here's a pass. It's caught by Amani Ogba in stride. First down, Aggies breaking tackles. Pass midfield. Eli Holstein and company finding their way down the field. as the Aggies still lead 7 zilch. Amani Ogbo with a nice juke. He turns it up and gets 8. He's been solid today. 7 carries, 31 yards is certainly not an X factor, but it's a decent stat line. Really give it to him, and he powers forward, pushes a man with him for several yards to the first down marker. I like Cordell Russell here. Got him in the slot right now. Here we go. Holstein scrambling out. Pitches it backward. What are we doing? Oh, God. That was a disaster. Who did we even throw that to? Was that freaking, what is it? Cornell, yeah. Armstrong makes the grab. He will take it down to the 16. Jacquez Gage is out for Mississippi State. He's hurt. Holstein now will snap it, give it to Amani Ogbo. Nice spin move around the pass rush, or the defensive front. Here's the give. Ogbo, that was the wrong read. They lose a couple. Oh, Gage. Oh my God, that was our play. That's our 5-star that transferred. He's at Mississippi State. I forgot to check where all of our guys are. That's on me. 4th and 1 now. We're going to go. I mean, this is Mississippi State. They're telling me Amani Ogbo can put it well against these guys. Maybe when Jacquez Gage is in the middle, he's going to fight forward. Down to the 2. Amani Ogbo is just going to do his thing. Here we'll snap it. Holstein rolling out. Here's the throw. It's caught. Coyote Armstrong falls on it in the end zone. Touchdown Aggies. A second passing score for Holstein. And we'll get it back. Not much time, but enough. 2:27 to play in the quarter. Holstein will snap. He'll give. Ogbo with a juke. He'll get 1. He injures Trevion Williams, the defender. Now Holstein, the give up the middle, got sucked into a tackle animation. Either way, Ogbo drags him, and they go for the first down. That'll be the 2-minute warning, as the Aggies lead by 2 scores, 14 zilch right now. I can see him lurking now. Oh my gosh, that was going to be a dime. Holstein was locked and loaded to Isaiah Williams the entire time. Hit as he throws, however. Block the halfback here. There's a pass. Williams doesn't get a block. It'll be 3rd and 4 after the short 6-yard gain and the quick pass. Holstein snaps it. Scampers out. Doesn't find anybody open. Blocked Russell. First down, Holstein. Eli Holstein with the first. Can't believe Jacquez Gage went to Mississippi State. It's so pitiful. Here's a lob pass. It's going to go for Russell, and ka-ching, right on the money. Russell makes the grab. It's a big gain. He's got 66 today through the air. Here's the give from Amani Ogbo. He will be wrapped up after just 3. Aggies call their first time out of the half. Holstein with the snap. Here's a screen. Amani Ogbo with the catch. He gets rocked. It's only a gain of 3. They continue to play here. Here, over the... Oh my God, I got lurked again. Jesus, it's so bad. Oh my gosh, it's another multi-pick game. Bro, we had 1 through our first 4 games. Now in our last 4, we got like 10. 1st and 5 now for Holstein. I think that's like 8, 9 picks in here. Holstein. That's 10. Yeah, it's bad. Holstein snaps it. He'll roll out. Takes it to Armstrong, who picks up the first. How about Coyote Armstrong making the grab for the first down? Holstein is 15 of 21 today. Here's the pitch out to Amani Ogba. Spin move. Amani Ogba, first down. The Aggies run hurry up after the speed option works to perfection. Usually it won't work twice in a row, but I always got to try it. Like the first one is just so convincing. All right, we'll snap it. There's the pitch. It might work just as well. Amani Ogba spin move gets nearly 3, and he is off to the races. 17 carries, 87 yards today. DeAndre Ryden, the game already knows. They're going to schedule him to get in. Holstein sheds a tackler, fires, it's caught. Russell, no way. Eli Holstein to Cordell Russell. Once again, the connection has been going off today. Here's Amani Ogba back in the game. I don't know why. They scheduled DeAndre Ryden. Ryden. Keep everyone fresh. Holstein scrambling out. He will just throw it away. Had a man in his face the whole way long. Stared down Russell. Thought about making the throw there, but that was just too risky. Pump fakes it to Miles and gets sacked. So we will just kick the field goal. The offense hasn't looked great today, but the defense has. It's 17-0. We get a sack on 3rd and inches. And we do have 20 first downs offensively today. It just hasn't. We turned the ball over a little bit. Here's a handoff to DeAndre Ryden. He gets 5. Usually gets a lot more than 5 in his first kick. All right, 2nd and 5. Come on. Oh my God, why is that so pitiful? I don't care. Cordell Russell just caught the ball. He's having the game of his life. 128 catches to... Okay, that would be a record. 128 yards today through the air for Cordell Russell. We'll just go to Terry Bussey now, shall we? Never mind, he sucks. Sendre Afua is hurt. A.J. Bridges will come in at guard. Legend Coffee. What a name on the deflection on that last play, by the way. Oh my God. Legend Coffee. Okay. Spin move. Holstein. 9 yards. How about Eli? Doing his thing. It'll be 3rd and 1. Here's the give. DeAndre Ryden gets through. First down Aggies. It's been a great game. 228 passing, 128 rushing for the Aggies today. Holstein drops back. Pass for Celeste Miles is good. He jukes out 2, the speedy tight end. Down to the 5. Miles is one of the faster tight ends you'll see. He's a big dude, but boy, he is fast as well. That's why he was a gem on the recruiting trail, because of his 88 speed. Flag on the play. I believe it's going to be a defensive encroachment against the Bulldogs. Yeah, offsides on Legend Coffee, of course. Mississippi State, they're not very disciplined. They're averaging 5 penalties a game. Here's the give. Ryden is in. Touchdown, Aggies. DeAndre Ryden with his 7th rushing score of the year. That matches Amani Ogba's total. It's 24-0. Mississippi State with a long score, though. It's 24-6 now. Congrats to the Bulldogs on their 6 points. I'd love to see Cordell Russell get open here, and he does. He's having a day. Cordell Russell with another game. Holstein has not been playing his best football. He's actually been playing like shit, but he's playing better than Luke Croman quite frankly. Ryden picks up the first. He has not been bad today. Here's the give. DeAndre Ryden, juke move. Yeah, he goes out of the game with an injury. Raphael Biggers comes into the game. Oh God! Okay. Every time that happens, it scares me. Let's substitute Biggers. 3rd and 2. Come on, snap it. Snap it. Snap it. Thank you. Oh my god, look who it is. Cordell Russell again. Over the middle. Gets the first down. Russell, it's just been his day, dude. He's been so good. Cornell Anthrop checks in a running back. Anthrop with the catch. Juke move. It's a nice 8-yard gain for Cornell. DeAndre Ryden is back. Here he'll get the carry. Ryden, can he outspeed? He cannot. 3rd and 3 after the loss by Ryden. Yeah, we'll schedule Cornell Anthrop to come in and do that receiving target. Here's Williams. Beats one. Inside the 20. Isaiah Williams picking up a nice gain. I'll schedule... I want Max LaBelle, running back, get some of the younger guys in. Anthrop with a 3-yard gain. Not bad for Mr. Cornell. Here he goes on the run. That one is overthrown. Scary for Celeste Miles. You know who was in coverage? Oh, you guessed it. Legend Coffee. That one is deflected at the line. 4th and 7. We'll kick the field goal. It'll be 27-6. Mississippi State gets the score. It's 27-13 now. They're within. Yeah, to Mississippi State's credit, they've played some good teams close. They got within 8 of Georgia. They've been within 14 of us. And we're sacked here on this play. Mississippi State with their 3rd of the day. Holstein rolling out. He'll force one to Bussey, incomplete, but wait. Here comes a penalty marker. It's pass interference against the Bulldogs. Legend Coffee. Oh my goodness. This game is just teasing me with how great of a name player Mississippi State is actually from. Holstein going to go down again. It's a 4th sack of the day for Mississippi State's defense. Holstein just sat in the pocket, too. So that's just unacceptable. Here, Holstein's going to roll out. Nowhere to go. He'll scramble. I'm used to seeing the Maroon jerseys being on my team. It's weird. And I'm running away from it. I really like Bussey to get open. Oh my god. Terry Bussey. In stride. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Aggies. Terry Bussey with a 40-yard score. And we get it back. How about that? We're just going to pile it on. They hate Mississippi State. I think they're annoying with their cowbells. Miles makes the grab. 2nd and 8. Yeah, we're up by 21. Here's Holstein. The pitch for Anthrop gets pushed out of bounds. Now 3rd and 3. I want to get Max LaBelle the ball, the true freshman. Oh my god, he's got stone. Okay. Miles makes the grab. Celeste Miles reaching for the end zone, and they're saying he got it. There was a crazy yank back there. They're going to review this because, oh my god, if he did not get this, okay, he got it, but so much credit because that defender stopped him in his tracks and then absolutely yoinked him to the ground. Mississippi State is challenging. He clearly got in. Like, his foot was in the end zone. But if it was just a... Oh my god. Okay. I'm saying he didn't. I didn't give him that play. Okay. The fact that they're giving him that is insane. Oh my. Okay. Here's the give and drop. Won't get in. That's purposeful. Timeout, Mississippi State. I want to give Max LaBelle his first career touchdown. Here he is, LaBelle. Won't get it. 4th and goal. Fourth and goal. It won't be for LaBelle. But it's dropped by Bussey in the end zone. So we win the game 34-13. Easy victory for the Aggies. We walk out of here with a W. Didn't give up any points till the 4th quarter. Very nice day for us, offensively and defensively. Obviously, got to go back to the way we were limiting turnovers. Cannot see this many, 10 interceptions. Though 22 touchdowns, 10 picks is not terrible. Amani Ogba's been good. DeAndre Ryden's catching fire. Then receiving, Cordell Russell just had a great game. Terry Bussey has over 700 yards receiving. I hope both of them get over the 1,000 mark this season. But we'll advance the week, and that's going to be it for this episode. We send Mississippi State to 3-6, winless in conference. And we commit Kiki Alati. We also commit Chauncey Etienne. So a couple of guys do commit, but we lose out on 2 more. They were those bust 4 stars I wanted. And we do get Ole Miss this week. That's fun. I won't do the recruiting for you guys, but I will just preview next, or recap last week and preview this week as I usually do. Week 10. Kansas and Arizona State. Oh, God. That was not a Big 12 game. 10-6. We had a baseball game there. USC with a win. They're now 3rd in the country. Washington is ranked after a nice road win. Bama beats Texas. Texas is on a big skid. They're 6-4. They were 5-1 2 seconds ago. Bama is back in the rankings. They win on the road. Oregon has been rolling since that weird Penn State loss. Auburn is back in the mix at 7-2. Miami is 6-3. They look good. UCLA, Maryland was 7-2. Weirdly, I didn't talk about them at all. UCLA just beat them though by 30-something. Georgia hangs one on Florida. The Gators are 5-4. They've been very rough as of recent. Whereas the Bulldogs are 9-0. Virginia Tech has been a lot worse lately. They've lost 3 in a row. They're 6-4, or they lost 4 in a row. I think they lost 4 in a row. They're 6-4. Notre Dame is 9-1. FIU back in the rankings after what was a great year last year. They are starting to find their footing this season. Pittsburgh still ranked as they knock off Wake Forest. Wake Forest will not make a bowl game. Penn State gets a win. They're 6-4. Still a super disappointing year in their book. And then Duke with a nice win in a rivalry game. TCU upsets Iowa State. The Horned Frogs finally ranked at 8-2. The Cyclones ranked at 8-2 as well. Ole Miss upset Oklahoma. The Sooners still ranked at 25th. And the Rebels are 5-4. Temple, unlikely, but they're still 9-0. Clemson with a huge shutout. Oh my God, 41-0 against Louisville. A team that was ranked by some in the coaches poll, I believe, at 5-3. That was stupid. They're 5-4 now. Get them out of there. Tennessee with a huge win at New Mexico State. Kind of like our game. It was just weird on the road. And then, oh my God, Arkansas, 50-48. Somehow, they upset South Carolina, a top 5 team. The Gamecocks are now 7-2. And the Razorbacks are 4-6. They were 0-6 in conference coming into today, but they won. BYU beats Colorado. They're 8-1. Congrats to them. SMU's 5-4. Weird year, but they do get a win. And then nothing much else going on. What was College Game Day? I don't even know if I previewed this week. Oh, it was Georgia, Florida. Obviously, I'm stupid. Okay, week 11. What was week 11? Or what is week 11? Georgia hosting Kentucky. Michigan hosting Penn State. Iowa State hosting Kansas. South Carolina looking to bounce back as they host Mizzou. Oklahoma State, Texas Tech. Texas Tech has fallen off. I think they've lost 4 in a row. Good God. Texas at Tennessee is a fun one. Florida at Vanderbilt. Man, the rails would really be off if Florida lost this game. Miami, NC State looks fun. I mean, Miami, they lose this, they're out of the rankings again. It's a really disappointing year. We got to talk about that coaching position. We go to Ole Miss. That's a trap game. Duke goes to Syracuse. That's a trap game. Notre Dame and Clemson. Clemson could get back in the playoff picture if they win this game. I know they have 3 losses, but you knock off Notre Dame and you got a crazy non-conference schedule against us and Notre Dame. Like, that's big. Ohio State at Maryland. The Buckeyes have been rolling. I mean, they got Dylan Raiola and Micah Hudson. That's the 2 best players in college football, both on their team, which is insanity. BYU at Houston, trap game. LSU at Oklahoma, ranked battle. West Virginia, SMU, no one cares. And then number 3, USC at number 6, Oregon. That's the title card matchup. That's what's on College Game Day. And I don't know who to pick here. I feel like USC, the reigning champs, led by Marcel Reed, have less talent, and they're on the road. But I just think they're a more disciplined team that's more prepared for this game. I don't know why, but Oregon seems to never live up to the moment. Aside from that national championship season 2 years ago, these guys can't win big games. They beat Ohio State 3 years ago in the regular season and finished the year as the best team, but then they choked in the playoffs. They've had times where they've lost stupid games to Utah and Washington and Arizona State back in the days of the Pac-12 that kept them out of the playoffs. And I think this game could reflect that as well. USC, obviously, they've been there, done that against top teams, and I think they will be much more prepared on the road. Washington and Wisconsin, the W Bowl. Wisconsin sucks. They're 1-8. Oh my God. I would be shocked if they pulled that win out. Same thing with 3-6 Mississippi State at Auburn. I would be shocked. I mean, Auburn did lose to Toledo, but Toledo's also just damn good. Baylor and TCU, rivalry game. I could see Baylor going into Fort Worth and pulling off the upset here, despite being 6-4. It's been a rough year for them, but I feel like they've still got the squad that can pull that off. Virginia and Stanford. Somebody's going to get their first conference win here in Week 11. Virginia's 2-7. Stanford's a dreadful 0-9. Good God. Who's going to be watching this? Oh, yeah, nobody, because I just switched from the national broadcast to the regional broadcast games. Because who on earth would want to watch that? Either way, looking at like some of the biggest games we have to play on out, I think there's a world where we can easily go 11-1. The worst is behind us. We had that awful loss to Georgia, but Ole Miss should be a win on the road. I'm calling it. These guys are not very good. Like, they're solid. They can pull off some wins against ranked teams, not the number 5 team in the country, and certainly not us. FCS is a blowout. And then at home against Texas. We have not beaten these guys since, 2010? That has been 17 years. And I think it's finally going to be the season. At home, Texas is 6-4. We're 8-1, 5th in the country. Texas does not have Arch Manning. It's the Demond Williams show out there. I think Eli Holstein is a better quarterback than Demond Williams. Maybe. Not right now. I mean, he played way better at the beginning of the year, when we were dropping 49 points a game. But yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting. We have been featured on College Game Day twice, which is cool. I don't think it'll happen again this year, but that's fun. How's Texas done? The weird thing is they had that win over Michigan, which looks great right now. But, nothing else really wows me. You lose to Oklahoma, you lose to South Carolina, you beat Ole Miss, but you lose to Auburn. Actually, what's going to be really telling for Texas is this week against Tennessee. You win that game, you're just a 7-4 team with a crazy hard schedule. Because your 4 losses are some damn good teams, and they're close. Like that 2-point loss to Auburn, 3-point loss to South Carolina. Those are not only damn good teams, those are close games. I think if Texas loses this game to Tennessee, they're in trouble, 6-5. You lose to, and then if you lose to us, you'd be 6-6. If Texas wins this game at 8-1 Tennessee, you're 7-4, but you're probably better than most 8-3 teams. I would be scared if Texas were to beat Tennessee. I'm super excited to see what happens in this game. Setting up for the Lone Star Showdown, which is going to be at the end of next episode for those of you who want to know. Either way, that's going to be it for this episode. Had a ton of crazy moments. Quarterback play was bad, but for the rest of the team, we continue to just roll through games. This is the best we've been. 10 weeks through the season. You look at us 10 weeks through the season last year, 10 weeks through the season 2 years ago. Best we've been. Either way, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.